Hey everybody, I figured I'd tell you a story today. The ratio of people to cake is too big. About 2 years ago, I figured I'd go out to the West Coast and putter around on the bike for a while. So about the second or third day, I found myself puttering through Nevada, just outside Reno. Just got off some off-road track. It was starting to get dark and I wanted to camp somewhere kind of close to the next town because I needed some things in the morning and I wanted to get that shit done. So I don't remember the name of the town, which is terrible, but that's how it is. Pulled into this town. It's kind of a shithole little desert town. Went over to the little grocery store, grabbed a little tiny loaf of bread and some bananas for dinner, and decided, well, I'm gonna go find a place to camp. Ooh, my brakes are squeaking. So that rear brake is kind of gnarly lately. So I went out, and just outside, there's a little road leads outside of town. There were some dunes and some hills over there. So I went up into the hills, and it turned out to be the kind of town dumping ground. Talk about garbage and shit everywhere. And the thing that really threw me of this whole psychotic ordeal, the thing that really threw me was there was what looked like, I don't know what it was because I didn't investigate further. There's a couple black garbage bags full of just all manner of, it looked like two dogs that someone had burnt alive and then stuffed them into a garbage sack and dumped them in the desert. So I go, oh, well, I'm going to go a little deeper in. So I go a little deeper in, and the trail gets sandier and sandier, and I got stuck. And I say I got stuck, I got really fucking stuck. The ground there was real loose, and I was going up this slight incline and just was giving it too much throttle and dug myself a nice deep hole, completely stuck the bike. So I shut the engine down, and while I'm wrestling with my Vera and trying to get her out of the hole, here comes this PT Cruiser bouncing over the way I came, barely keeping afloat in the sand, just kind of squirming and quirming all over the place. And I'm going, oh great, what's this guy doing? He pulls up, and he pulls out, a shotgun, and then his friend gets out, and they got another gun, and they're just out in the desert shooting. I go, okay, well I need to go farther back in, so I hop on the bike and I keep going and I keep going. There's just garbage and shell casings and just bottles and just shit. Like, if you stay out here, you're either going to get robbed or hit by a stray bullet. I'm no stranger to camping in sketchy places. Like, I've stayed under bridges, I've slept in cemeteries. But, you want to be where the people aren't, and this was very much not that kind of place. So I hop on the bike, I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go into town, I'm going to find a motel. Hop on the bike, go into town. There's one motel in this whole damn town. Alright, go up to the front desk. Dude sitting at the front desk. I think it was like $35 a night. Paid for a room. The room was actually quite nice. Everything worked, everything was spotless, the sheets were clean. I slept in my sling bag anyway, but hey, whatever. Very clean, very nice place. I said, alright, cool, So I do what I always do in motels. I move the bed out of the way, put my ground cloth down, my tarp, and pulled the bike in the room, and here comes the guy from the front desk. He says, hey man, you can't be doing that. Latino guy. I said, okay man, I'll take it out of the room, but is it okay, I have a tarp down, and I'll come visit you in the morning. I'll come knock on your door and I'll say, hey, you can inspect the room, and if I left any marks or stains or anything's wrong, I'll pay you for the damages. He says, well, it's okay then. And he goes back up there, and so I go back in my room, and I'm laying on the bed, and TV, watching a little bit of TV, got the bike sitting there, decide to crack into my dinner for the night. That was the most disgusting loaf of little, it was more of a roll than anything, but it tasted of soap. It was awful. Bananas weren't quite ripe, but that's alright. I like green bananas, so I had them. They were tasty. So I go to sleep. And I get up. When I travel, I usually get up about 7 or so. Get up at 7, pack up the bike, pull it out of the room, put all the furniture back, roll up to the front desk, and the dude's not there. And I asked him the night before, how long are you going to be up here? He says, I'll be up here until 9. I said, alright, man, I'll come find you. He's not there. I asked the lady, hey man, where's that guy? And she goes, what guy? And she has no idea who I'm talking about. Well, alright. So I go looking around and I can't find this dude, so I was like, alright, there's no marks in the room. I take off. But that town seemed like, and it's in Nevada, and I'm not going to look up the name because I don't want to shit on people, But it was just methy and sketchy, and I think I got a bad first impression with the dead dogs in a bag. But I don't know, it was just really unnerving. Not a fun place to hang out. So if you're passing through Nevada, and you're on the road between wherever the fuck and Reno, stop before you get within, I'd say, 60 miles of Reno. So if you enjoyed that, I'd invite you to like and subscribe. I'm going to keep these going about 2 a week. Maybe a little more. Might miss one every now and again. More stuff like this, more off-roading, all that good stuff. Take it easy.